In this episode, I'm sharing 3 thought-provoking quotes and a book recommendation. Create for No Reason is your weekly dose of inspiration to create what you believe should exist in the world. It's where passion meets craft, and we explore the joy of the creative process and building a meaningful body of work. Do you ever feel like you already have so much on your plate and you're adding more and more to it, or you want to add more to it? I was with some friends the other day and we were talking about some of the projects that we're working on and what we wanted to achieve next year. And I always find it interesting having these conversations because it's really easy for us to get into this state of, I want to do more. I have to add to the responsibilities and add to the projects and add to different strategies in the business. And it's a lot of addition, not so much subtraction. And lately, I've been thinking a lot more about how to get better, not more. What if I couldn't do any more? What if I can't add another project, another strategy, another idea into the mix? What if the only thing I could do is take everything that I'm currently doing and make it better? Really just focus on improving the different areas of your life. And let's just say we're talking about physical, emotional, intellectual, spiritual, or maybe you want to break it down into your creative dream, maybe a project that you're working on. For example, if you have a podcast, I was talking to a couple of podcasters and they were talking all about how can I get my podcast out more or do more episodes, or it was, and again, the conversation was so much around more instead of, what if I focused on getting better guests? What if I focused on editing the podcast in a way that is more inviting to the listener? What if we approached things differently and what it wasn't just about addition, but subtraction was equally as important? So, not necessarily more, but better. And I feel like it's so easy for us to just want to add something because we feel like that is being productive. We feel like, okay, adding more is going to get more results, but not necessarily. When we subtract certain things out of our lives, we're making room, we're making space. Sometimes the best thing we can do is to subtract certain things out of our lives. And so I've been thinking a lot more about that in the different areas of my life. And then I came across this beautiful quote from the book The Psychology of Music. The highest and most beautiful achievements of thought often have the charm of simplicity. Isn't it interesting that the things that we love the most are usually the simplest? And isn't it interesting that when we have these big challenges and we're trying to throw all of these different strategies on them, it's usually the simplest answer. It's bringing things back to simplicity. And in this world where we tend to glamorize complexity, or maybe not even glamorize it, maybe we're just so used to it. We're just so used to, there's all these new programs, new apps, new ideas, there's all new, and we feel kind of pushed towards addition versus subtraction. But subtraction makes things simpler. So sometimes that is the answer. And then I read this quote from Rumi that said, life is a balance between holding on and letting go. And I loved this quote too, because it's a balance between holding on and letting go. And what does that mean? We are holding on to emotions, feelings, we're holding on to people, we're holding on to, maybe it's a job that you have, maybe it's a habit that you've created. We're holding on to all of these things, and maybe they are not meant for us anymore, but we're holding on to them when really we would find a lot of value in letting them go. Like, what in your life is it time to let go of? And that is everything from people to emotions to a situation that you're in. And man, it can be so challenging to do that because it gets us out of our comfort zone. And we have to also recognize what is worth holding on to and what should we be letting go of. And I love that that he says this is a balance. Only we can know for sure what to hold on to and what to let go of. But one thing I know is that deep down, if we are silent enough, and if we are honest enough with ourselves, we know what we should be letting go of. Even as I'm saying this, you might be feeling a certain way. There might be something in your life right now that you know you should let go of. Maybe you should be letting go of spending so much time on social media. Let go of that person in your life that every time they call and you look at the phone and you think, ugh, I don't want to pick it up because that person drains my energy. Maybe it's time to let go of those negative thoughts. It's time to let go of imposter syndrome that's holding you back from pursuing the dreams that you want to achieve in your life. What is it time to let go of? And what is worth holding on to? What are those things that are really valuable to you, that's worth holding on to and worth thinking about and maybe worth giving a little bit more gratitude towards? A situation that you're in, a relationship that you have. What are you holding on to that really brings a lot of value and joy to your life? One of the things I love about great quotes is while they universally resonate with people, we experience them differently. This quote means something different to you than it does to me at this point in our lives. And when we read it at a different time, it might hit us in a different way. And finally, there's this quote by Andy Warhol, and he says, "Everything has its beauty, but not everyone sees it." Now, this doesn't just pertain to art. This is about life and people. When we go about our lives, we get to experience things differently. The way that we approach situations, the way that we see different people and experience new things. Where might there be some beauty in your life that you're not recognizing? Where is there beauty in some of the messiness of your life? Whether it's in your home, maybe at work, is there beauty in a coworker that sometimes drives you crazy? How can we approach our situation and our lives a little bit differently and see beauty where we might be missing it? When we are intentionally looking for it, when we're looking for the beauty in our lives that we might be missing. All right, there you have it. 3 great quotes that hopefully inspired you in some way. And I did say that I'm going to share a book recommendation. And so I'm going to share this book. It's a new book by Matthew Kelly. He has written so many books, but he has a new one that came out called Slowing Down to the Speed of Joy. The title speaks for itself, Slowing Down to the Speed of Joy, the simple art of taking back your life. If you are someone who is constantly go, 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 more, 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 I need to do all the things all the time, this book is for you. In fact, in the book, he shares that he was going through life like a Ferrari without brakes. And I thought, oh, that is a powerful visual. I'm sure that you've experienced that, whether you're dealing with it now or at a different phase in your life. We've all experienced that time where we just feel like it's just constantly go, 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 go. And we never take that time to just relax and slow down to the speed of joy. So if that is you, I definitely recommend checking out this book. It's a great read. I hope you enjoy it. As always, thank you for being here. I so appreciate you. And until next time, go create something.